Hello, my lovelies. Happy Friday. This is going to be your weekend reading. Let's see what we have going on for the collective. What do we need to know? What are some blunt messages that maybe we need to kick off the weekend, start us into almost New Year's? Can't believe that. All right, what do we need to know for the collective? What's going on this weekend? It's weird that the deck is quiet. There we go. All right. It's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. You're a grown-ass adult, so stop blaming others for your shit. Do you need to take accountability somewhere? Are you placing blame someplace where maybe you need to replace that with accountability? Shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. If it's draining the life out of you, if something can't be saved, it can't be fixed, there's no forward progress, then you need to reevaluate those things and drop the fucking ego. Remember that vulnerability is hot as fuck. I say it all the time. Be your true authentic self. That's what everybody needs to operate in. No lies, no deception, and drop the ego. Just be who you truly are. All right, let's get you some harsh truths. This is my latest deck, so let's see what kind of blunt messages we have, what harsh truths we need to hear. Lies always come out, so just tell the truth. So make sure you're on the up and up. And compromise, some sort of agreement, understanding, or find the middle ground. So there's something going on. We're going to pull some tarot as well. Fraud, scams, lies, and bullshit. Be careful, it might start to catch up with you. Let's get one more of these. Last harsh truth, empath alert, feeling all the feels all the way around. So you could be an empath, you could be dealing with an empath, somebody who feels all of this emotional stuff, somebody who's really in touch with their intuition, somebody who doesn't maybe like crowded spaces, big gatherings of people. Why? Because they feel all of that energy, so it tends to overwhelm them. All right, so somebody is justified, blameless, and about to be vindicated. If there's some sort of lies, deception, frauds, or scams going on, it's coming to the surface. So know that it will be found out. And warm-hearted, merciful, considerate, and compassionate. I feel like you need to walk in love, that you need to actually operate in a place where you are able to actually offer compassion. All right, what crazy energy is going on for you guys this weekend? Let's see what's happening with the tarot. What do we need to know? All right, somebody might retreat. Somebody might actually go into hermit mode. They might be withdrawing to do some inner work, some shadow work, some healing, some reflection. Maybe they just need a chance to get away from everything and kind of tone down all of the energy. But I do feel like an unexpected love offer could be coming to the surface. There could be a little bit of an age gap there. There could also be somebody who's maybe really sensitive. This might be the empath. But I feel like they really do have strong emotions, and so you want to be gentle with this person, especially if you're not interested. You want to let them down gently. This person does desire connection, commitment, and union with you, so there could be an offer of like engagement maybe coming in. That could create a lot of change. The Tower is definitely a lot of upheaval, rebuilding from the rubble, things transforming. That changes need to occur so that we're actually able to go forward again, and there could be some sort of revelation. The big change could be that maybe this isn't the right fit for you. The devil energy tells us that we have to let go of things that are toxic, things that are holding us back, lots of restrictions, things that maybe are no good for us, controversy, greed, violence, addictions, toxic, anything that leaves you feeling like you're stuck, trapped, and bound. Those are the things we want to leave behind as we approach the new year into 2024. We do have the opportunity for some new growth coming in. This could be a creative project, it could be a passionate new encounter, this could be a new beginning, could be birthing some sort of new creation into existence, and there might be a lot of competition or rivalry, so don't let your ego kind of win right now. I also feel like there could be a lot of butting heads with people, lots of arguing and things like that. So we want to be careful. That may also lead to a period of confusion. I feel like you could be dealing with, there could be some crimes committed as well. So we do have that frauds and scams cards. That tells us that these things are going to be found out. You might be going through some sort of completion in this area as well. We have 2 5s back to back, so that tells us we're completing a cycle. I feel like if you just decide that you're done with this and you no longer wish to participate, like you're not going to engage in the arguments, you're not going to engage in any of the petty drama and the back and forth, what recourse would they really have, right? They have to stop because you're not actually feeding into that energy. So that's going to require some bravery and for you to take some action. This may be the Tower moment that actually kind of causes things to fall apart. Do what's best for you. I feel like you really need to gather your confidence and to be brave in order to take this action. All right, there could be some third-party interference stuff going on, could be cheating, gossip, or you're isolating yourself because these people are being found out. So we have 2 cards talking about that these things are coming to light. So we have fraud, scams, lies, and bullshit, and we have getting caught, outsmarted for their deception, 7 of Swords in reverse. So either somebody's conscience catches up with them and they're not able to like hide this shit from you anymore, or something changes big time in a drastic way. The 3 of Wands tells you that it's time for some freedom. It's time to actually reward yourself for how far you've come. I also feel like this is an indication that you're going to actually change your path, and my ears are ringing super, super loud for confirmation. So let the change happen. I feel like this is the freedom, or this is the chance for you to break away from this toxic cycle. I also feel like you've waited a long time for these things to actually change, and so now maybe is the right time for these things to transform. Yep, Hermit again. So this tells us that we really do need some time alone, that we really do need some time to like work on ourselves, reflect on the things we want, do some soul searching, figure out what it is that you want going forward. If everything around you is conflict and chaos, it's really hard to figure out what you want on the inside, right? Because the world gets really loud. So turn the volume down on that. Seclude yourself if you need to temporarily in order to figure some things out. 3 of Cups at the bottom tells us that when you do, you're going to have some reason to celebrate. Maybe it's the freedom. Maybe it's getting away from the toxic cycles, the toxic people, the liars, the scams, the cheats, all of those things. So maybe you actually get the chance to sit with your own energy and decide, okay, so what do I want? Now that I can actually hear myself think, what do I want? What does that look like going forward? Trust your intuition. I feel like Spirit's going to guide you to where you need to be, but you have to be willing to listen to that. And if everything's conflict and chaos, it's difficult to listen to that inner guidance. There's some hidden wisdom and knowledge that's coming to the surface. Again, we have the 2 of Cups. So this tells us that union with somebody is definitely either in the cards, quite literally, or this is something that's on your mind. 2 of Cups. So that symbolizes soulmate union. It's twin flames, it's soulmates, it's an equal give and take partnership. I feel like currently the situation you're dealing with is kind of anything but that. And if that resonates, then this reading's definitely for you. It's time to let go of those things. It's time to leave them behind you. If it's not working, find a way to actually leave this stuff behind you. We're close to the end of the year. Finalize some things while retrograde is still a thing. And then after retrograde ends on the 1st, start fresh. What do you want to do? What do you want to change? If you knew you could not fail, what would you try and achieve today? Some of that might be that you're going in your own direction, going solo. I feel like you may have been maybe a mentor for other people. Maybe you've made some bad choices, bad business decisions, or maybe not great decisions when it comes to love. So you are going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. There's truth or a breakthrough, some clarity coming, and I feel like you need to kind of be a little bit of a rebel. You're very charismatic. I feel like you have a support system, but you may not realize that until you really start to ask for help. But you're going to go in a new direction. You've waited a long time. There's lots of impatience, lots of delays, but it's going to prove necessary for you to get to this next chapter, that you're going to have to be a little bit more independent, that you are going to have to do some things on your own, and that maybe that's a good thing. Maybe being in this coupled energy that was a lot of toxicity and conflict and chaos really wasn't the best energy for you anyway. So maybe taking some time by yourself and doing these things alone is an okay thing for you right now, and that's not so bad. I do feel like once you cut off this connection that you're dealing with that's toxic, that you do have somebody new that's coming in. They could be younger, and I think you're going to think it's too good to be true. The little pig in the corner tells us that it's like when pigs fly, that'll happen. Don't discount it until you see it actually happen. I feel like you can manifest literally anything that you want in your life. Be positive about the outcome until you see it happen. Also be willing to walk away, sever ties once and for all, and let go of the things that have backstabbed, betrayed you. Your final outcome, we have the Tower again. So it's time for massive changes. It's time for you to actually let go of the things that don't work. Some of these might be sudden, shocking changes that actually happen. It's meant to dismantle the things that don't work in your life so that you can actually rebuild from the rubble, so that some positive changes can come out of all of these cycles that we're trying to let go of, that we're trying to end. So embrace the changes. Go with the flow. This card has butterflies on it. So be like a butterfly and transform the energy. Let go of all the toxicity and grow. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.